Abstract brainwaves, game genie in the beanie. We ain't on the same stage, leveled up. The epitome of technique, can't survive in my current thought.
Other yellow hat guy here, back with another video. We're in the game room today. We're discussing Pokemon Go, and what we had was a makeup day for GoFest 2020. Now, like last year, there was some issues. Number one being last year you had a storm going on, and they kicked everybody out of the park. And to make up for that, we got a makeup day wherever we were in the world at that time. So if you came to Chicago, you purchased a ticket. They worked on stressing the servers to see, hey, let's see if we could do better. Maybe neither of those two things were related, but it was definitely dealing with raids and those features. But I digress. We're here now where something similar happened, where instead of per region, they had it all around the world, and there were issues with the friendship and everything like that, that whole section of GoFest. And so to make up for that, they gave us 3 hours, 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I'm talking in past tense because, again, it took me a while to talk about GoFest 2020 this go around because of expectations. Same thing this go around. Now that was compounded by something else going on, which is Genesect, and we'll get to that. All of that has got me stressed because Genesuck. I'm calling him Genesuck. Yes, YouTube be darned, they may not like that, but that's what he is. Why? We'll get into that. Some of you kind of already feel me. But first and foremost, the 3 hours, I didn't go into it with too many expectations because I felt like they either listened to people and gave us a higher shiny rate, or they just said, hey, same stuff, have at it. It's free. What can you complain about? I mean, you're still within your right to criticize, but they didn't have to give you anything, right? So let's break it down. Let me actually go into, because I didn't record a whole lot, and be honest with you, I just felt like it may or may not be worth it, and I didn't want to go into a negative, but they'd have to surprise me for me to really feel like, this was going to be a lot better than the first go-round. Now, as far as my shinies go, I did get a Houndour. I got a Clamperl. I got another Jigglypuff. Somebody call DJ Khaled and tell him what. You said another one? Another one. A Woobat, which I was thankful for that. And I ended up trading the Jigglypuff for a shiny Chansey with somebody who was with me. So thank you to Kitty Girl for that. She traded that to me, and we got a lucky friend trade that was set up, and there it was, the Chansey. So those were my 5 shinies. Again, not wasting a whole lot of time. The rate, again, was like 1 per hour. I had another guy with me. Shout out Justin. He got a couple. I can't remember if he got something else I had wanted. I think he got the Heatmore. Yeah. Salty about that because I came in it saying, you know what? If I could just get the Heatmore, I'll be glad. So I was heated when I didn't get it, but, you're not entitled to shinies. So you have to sit back, step away from your phone, step away from the game, and say, it's just a game. You don't always get what you want. So, the Heatmore I did not get. Some people got maybe between 5 and 12 shinies, 15. It wasn't anything crazy like last go around, but it was only 3 hours, so it couldn't be, right? 3 hours versus 8 or 11 to, or 10 to 8 p.m., 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. You weren't expected to get that many shinies, so you could argue, hey, within 3 hours, did it not increase? I guess you'd have to say so, considering, hey, I got 5, on Sunday, that whole day, and I don't think I played the whole time, but I left the gacha going and everything, so, it is what it is. But I was happy to at least have gotten the Woobat, because that was one I was looking forward to getting last go around, as well as that Heatmore. So Heatmore was not meant to be, but we can at least trade Heatmore, right? So if you were disappointed, you can get that. But speaking of disappointment, Genesect, or as I called him, Genesuck, he is here. He's back. Now, some of us got it from the research months ago where you paid for a special event. I think he was one of the first ones. You paid like $8. You got all the, or maybe I'm thinking of Reggie Gigas and Reggie Rock and all that. I'm not really sure. Excuse me. But it was something similar, okay? Something very similar to that is what they had going on. And you got him then early. He was scheduled to go into EX raids a couple months after that. So I want to say this was further back than the Reggie Gigas. It was similar, yeah. Definitely similar. But getting to the point. He was set up next to come into those EX raids. But what happened? The pandemic that we've got going on. So most of you didn't get him then, and this was your first opportunity because EX raids have been nixed going forward. He's a pain to catch, okay? Here, and you can hear that thunder. That's why we're in the game room. Not going to be in here so long. I got this 1906 that I'm showing, but I'm in the background speaking to the footage to it right now, okay? So he's got this weird motion going on where not only does he jump, but he's constantly breaking out of Pokeballs. And he's doing this weird uppercut thing. And I just didn't switch to any of my buddies that could bounce the ball back or throw it back. I'm trying to work on friendship between my shiny Sneasel and my new Whimsicott. Yes, they're a new Pokemon along with Genesect. Genesect also came with the Roggenrola, which can be shiny. It has that awesome purple. You can still see the Staryu out there. You know, we had this water biome. So, you know, getting back to GoFest, they gave you only water and fire. Switch the order around. They gave you those two and no grass. So, no shiny Tangela this go around. So within the water, you still had opportunity to get the Staryu, a couple others, a lot of Quillfish. I think I traded for that last go around, so I wasn't pressed for a Quillfish this time. Just one of each. I was low on space, man. I had like 150 spots open when they first announced you can increase storage, so I deleted 100 Pokemon, like a lot of you did, and bought 50 more spaces. And now I'm at like 20 to 50 left after deleting some more Pokemon. So, GoFest, you know, let me know how it was for you. I'm okay with those 5 that I got. You know, the Chansey I didn't get, but I traded for it, so, you know, that's something I otherwise wouldn't have had. But, you know, there's Genesect. I think he's maxing out at 1916, and I was excited here thinking that he was a perfect, but he was 10 points shy of that. So, that being said, I have been burnt out over him. Okay, and here's why. Deoxys, which was a mythical, or which is a mythical, it was here a few days ago. You had to do that one. You cannot trade it. And if you wanted that awesome goldish yellow, you know, well, it's really yellow, yellow version of him that's shiny, you had to get out there and raid. And I don't know how many raids I did for that, but it was at least a dozen before I got him. Genesect. Another player came out and asked, well, look how many you did. And I said, no, I'm not going to look, John. John, I'm not going to look at how many of these that I did, because that would just awaken me to the fact that I've spent too much money on this game. Now, again, quick thoughts. You've got survey sites like that, apps like that that allow you to do these, but when Niantic puts them back to back like this, you don't really get too much time to go do these, you know. Now, yeah, in the situation right now, if you're at home, you may have plenty of free time to just say, hey, well, I got my $10 worth, you know, in a day. And that's fair, but if you've got other things going on, or you only like to do them maybe like 2 a day like I do, you just didn't have a lot of time to go ahead and do these surveys. Now, my excuses aside, it was just back to back. It was like Drake going at Meek Mill, back to back, right? And I was like, I at least got Deoxys. And here they come. I had to remember, Genesect is also mythical. Mythical means what? Outside of Melton, you can't trade them. So if you want this shiny, you got to get out there and earn it. And I had bought a special box, I think the Ultra box with like 17 passes, just for Deoxys in lieu of getting that. And I got it before raid hour, so I had like a good 16 or so left, and all of those went through. So yeah, about 35 raids, almost 175 people invited. So if you got a shiny, yo, you know what to do. You need to subscribe. You need to thumbs up this video. If you got a shiny or just a really good Genesect, I almost said Deoxys, off of one of my invites, holla at your boy. That's the least you can do. I ain't asking you to throw dollars this way because, it's not like this wasn't one I didn't want to do, right? Like, I didn't want to do these unknowns, but I did some of them. I took them for the team so that y'all could all get an unknown, or at least get the ultra, because some of y'all just wanted that whole set. I did them so that y'all could get those, and this was different. We all want these shiny Genesect, so I'm constantly out here doing them. It's storming right now, as you heard earlier in the video, so I may not get out there and get one done today, but there's still hope. Tuesday and Wednesday, we got the raid hour, and it's still here until Friday 4 p.m. so there's still plenty of time. I just honestly needed a break. I almost started to turn on this video. Like, if I would have made this video the day of GoFest ended, it would be vacation time for me. But I implore all of you to not put your all into this game. I've been making these videos now for a couple of years. Well, it feels like a couple of years, but extensively like this on YouTube, Pokemon Go and the Mario Makers, for over a year now. But I've been making videos for a much longer time than that. That's not important. What is important is I've been playing Pokemon Go with a lot of y'all since its inception, right? And if you just go too much, you'll end up having cramps in your hand and your palm, like I do from just constantly doing this circular motion. You got to take a break. That doesn't mean you just stop playing altogether. That may be the answer for some of you, but relax. So I'd go crazy if I don't get this Genesect that's shiny. You don't always get what you want, so there's that side of it, but it's never give up, keep trying. So I'm going to lean towards the never giving up, but also pace myself, because I'd rather burn out knowing that, hey, I did the best I could and I didn't, or I'd rather not burn out, excuse me. I'd rather go hard and then say, hey, I just didn't get it, but I got my sanity, versus I didn't get it and I'm burnt out. But knowing me, maybe I'll also get it and burn out. We'll see what happens. I'm going to wrap this one up. We've had 3 really interesting weeks post GoFest, right? Did you get the unknown? Did you get a shiny of that? Did you get the Deoxys? Did you get the Staryu? Did you get the Rod and Roller? Plenty of you I've seen got the Genesect, so I don't want to even hear from y'all. Okay, fine. Show off your Genesects. I ran into a guy downtown that I saw in the actual GoFest on Sunday out in Greensboro. Had 5 of them already. 4 or 5 of them. Ridiculous. And some of us can't get one. So I'm like, do I stop inviting people who already got one of these raids and just invite people who need them? It's just a weird time because a lot of us are staying home, and we may be able to get out and do them, but out of the convenience of just being home, we're no longer going out here looking for them. So I felt like Saturday from 7 a.m. to like 7 p.m. I was posting raids. I posted at least 20 raids that one day. Start time here. Lobby up. No shining. Heal all my Pokemon. Find another one. Boom, 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 boom. It was insanity. But I'm good though. I'm good. Thoughts and prayers, right? Good luck to everybody. Hopefully you get the Pokemon that you needed. Let me know how Go Fest was for you. The makeup day, that is. I'm going to see y'all in the next one. And that'll be soon. Captain Sensation!